everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my overall basic training experience. So I got a comment on my last video and they were asking to do this video, so do what the people want. So I actually have this not huge, but journal that I brought with me from home. And I wrote a good amount in it, as much as I could. So I'm going to be reading some of the stuff that I have off that. So for starters, what to pack, because most of you probably think like, oh my god, she brought a journal from home, like you're not allowed to do that, but you are. You're allowed to bring paper and obviously a journal and pens and little things like that. Your recruiter is going to give you like a packing list, but you can obviously YouTube, Google, anything you want. So for starters, a little tip, do like black, everything black or white, undergarments, sports bras. Don't stand out with your hot pink bra and your nice little lace thong. No, because you will get reamed out, I'm telling you. There's a lot of instructors that are female, and if you're a flight that has a female instructor, they can walk around the dorm while you're getting changed, and if they see that, you're done. So just get like, I don't want to say granny panties, but granny panties. It's the easiest way, and they're honestly comfortable with your uniform because it's not like rubbing up against your butt. I don't know. Anyway, the main thing is don't try to stand out. Like if you're a person who loves the attention, all that kind of stuff, don't kind of cancel that out before you go, because you kind of just want to like lay low and like get in, get out kind of thing. When you're going there, when you're like heading to the airport on like what to wear, I just wore like plain jeans with like no holes. They weren't skin tight, like they were just like relaxed fit, I guess you could call it. Sneakers, and then I wore a plain black shirt, one of like the ones you can get at any kind of like dollar store or whatever. Goes up to my neck, just plain, because there's a lot of people that like obviously didn't know what to wear, and if you have any lettering on your shirt, they make you wear it inside out. And you wear that outfit for about like 3 or 4 days, the first 3 or 4 days, until you get your uniform. So like you're going to be wearing the same thing, and you're going to have to wear it inside out for the first 4 days, so that's kind of embarrassing. So when I got to the airport, I was so excited. I'm like, all right, I'm so ready for this. Like I went December 18th, so it was right before Christmas, which was kind of hard on like me and my family, but like it was like, it's 1 year, there's another Christmas next year. So I get to the airport, and like a lot of people are nervous, a lot of people are like, all right, let's go. I was alone, but there was a lot of people on my flight that like flew together, and they had like multiple people going to basic at the same time, but I was alone, of course. So you go there, get on your flight, you land. And when you land in Texas, you meet up with, they'll like kind of tell you, but you'll meet up with like an instructor, and they put you on a bus, and you kind of just sit there, and they're driving you to basically hell. My bus driver was really nice, actually. He was very motivational and was like, all right, like you're gonna get this, like y'all are amazing. Everyone says y'all, by the way, so you're gonna get in the habit of saying y'all. I remember I was on the phone with my parents, and I was like, y'all, and my parents are like, did you just say y'all? I'm like, I guess so. Is that not normal anymore? So when you're on the bus, you kind of just like sit there and like look around, and you're like, damn, like, this is it. this is it. No going back now. So there's an instructor, and they call it like the attack or something like that when you pull into the base, but like it was so late when I landed. It was probably like 12:45 in the morning, and the instructors are tired too, so they don't want to like scream at you. But I heard you do get yelled at when you get off the bus, but I didn't because it was just so late. You kind of like got off the bus, they brought you right to your dorm, they're like, all right, shower, go to bed. And yes, the showers are all open. You don't have your little curtain with your little loofah and privacy. Nope. I was in the 321st Squadron, so that's what they call Disneyland, because it's all like rebuilt, and there's more shower heads. There's about like, I want to say 40, no, probably like 35 shower heads. Only half of them worked, but there was 35 shower heads. For my flight that had 60 girls, so, you know, you have to share. You are going to see a lot of naked bodies, but after the first time, you're like, all right, whatever. Like, we have about 5 minutes to shower. Like, let's just get in, get out. Like, that's, you don't just sit there and like, oh, like, you know, it's just very get in, get out. The first week you walk, I want to say about like 50 to 60,000 steps a day. You wake up around like 3:45 in the morning and don't go to bed until probably like 11:30 at night, just because like you have like all these medical appointments, dental appointments, everything, and you have to walk everywhere, so you have to kind of like take in consideration about like how long it takes to walk there. So I remember my one instructor was like, yeah, you guys are walking about 60,000 steps a day, and like we're not exaggerating about that. I'm like, all right. Your back is gonna hurt. Your back is gonna hurt so bad the first week. Like, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, is it just me? Like, am I the only one that like their back feels like it's gonna fall off? You're not. You're not the only one. My whole flight was like, I can't. But like, in reality, you're not used to walking that much, and you always have a backpack on you. Like, but it gets better though. Like, as the weeks go on, you're like, all right, I'm used to walking this much. It's fine. So in the first week or two, you have about two appointments that are all for shots. And if you don't like shots, you're gonna have to get shots. I got probably about a total of 15, I want to say. It sucks. It really does. You stand in a line, and there's a doctor on each side, and what you do is you kind of just take a step, and then you get a shot, and you take a step, you get a shot, you take a step, you get a shot. And I remember I like flinched when I got a shot because I don't like them, and I got yelled at. It was like, don't close your eyes. I'm like, yes sir, like you're shooting me with a needle right now. Like, obviously I'm gonna flinch a little bit, but just try your best to keep your eyes open. You're going to get a penicillin shot, which is the one that goes in your butt, and is probably the worst thing I've ever gotten done. But, you know, you have to do it. Just kind of like, you can close your eyes for that one because you're facing a wall. You're kind of hands up on the wall, and then wall's here, and you're just staring, and then they go, pick up your pants, get out. So that's that. And then you're kind of like chilled out on the whole shot thing for a little while until like 8th week, and then you get like 2 more. That's it. So for me, my dorm was 4 Alpha 1. That's where we were. So that means we were on the 4th floor, which was not that great because of the fact that we probably went up and down the stairs about like 15 times a day, and there was 8 flights that you had to go up. So 8 flights of stairs 15 times a day kind of gets tiring. And when you get to like the end of the 4th floor, you are honestly like out of breath, and like your instructors are running up with you. They're like, don't let me beat you. Like, let's go. Like, it's like, oh my god, I want to walk up these. I don't want to run. So, but you know, they do what they tell you to do. Another tip is, if you don't drink a lot of water now, before you go, honestly, start drinking, because they give you a water bottle and you have to drink. They tell you to drink at least 1 bottle an hour, which is a lot if you don't drink a lot. And you have to drink 2 cups of water for every meal. So I remember I was sitting in the DFAC at the table. You're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to look around. You get to your table. You put your tray down. You have to wait 3 seconds. Stand at the position of attention. Wait 3 seconds before you can sit down and start eating. Don't look around. Don't talk. Don't do anything. Just eat, drink. When you get up, you throw your trash out. Go back outside. You probably have about 8 minutes, I want to say, to eat. So eat what you can. Like, you will get yelled at, I promise, if you are talking. The food's not bad. There's healthy options, which I went for, and then there's not healthy options, which a lot of people did go for, and they suffered from it from PT and stuff. So just kind of like get the healthy option. It's good too. It's like fresh vegetables and grilled chicken, grilled fish. They have a whole like fruit platter thing. Don't get stuck on like the cereal and the French toast and the pancakes that they have for breakfast. Like, get the hard-boiled eggs, get some protein in you, get some carbs, like a piece of toast. But just don't be dumb with your food. It's not like a free-for-all where you can just like, it's a feast, you know, just because like no one's telling you can't eat it. Within the first 2 weeks, you get chore assignments. I got bed aligner, which is probably the easiest one. You kind of just like, you have to make sure the beds are in line with the string. It's very tedious, but it was very easy, so get that one if you can. Don't be chow runner. Chow runner is when you have to like walk in front of the snake pit, which is where all the instructors are, and you have to do facing movements, all this stuff. I was in chow runner, so I don't know exactly what it is, but I heard it's really, really bad and you don't want to do it. And you're the last person to eat too, so you have probably half the amount of time that everyone else has, which is probably like 4 minutes. Dust downs, you're going to hate them. You wake up, you're waking up to the sound of the alarm, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And that's a real thing, by the way. 5 o'clock in the morning, and you go, they blast on the lights, you get dressed, you have to brush your teeth real quick, throw your hair in a bun, and then you have to do dust downs, which is you dust under your bed, you dust your locker, you dust on top of your locker, you have to dust the floor by your bed, all this stuff, and someone's like counting down, so it's like 10, 9, 8, it's very annoying. You do that twice a day, every day. So as the weeks went on, I kind of got used to it. It's just a routine at this point. You wake up, you do the whole thing. You are busy throughout the whole entire day. From the minute you wake up, from 9 o'clock at night, 2100, you are busy. And by the time you get done, probably by the time like 7 o'clock comes around, by the time 7 o'clock comes around, you're like, I want to go to bed now. Like, I can't wait 2 more hours. Like, and 9 o'clock seems early to go to bed, but I'm telling you, like, 6:30, 7 o'clock, you're done. But like, you can't be done. You gotta keep going. So, you kind of got used to it. It's, people make it out to be a lot more than what it is. Yes, it's basic training. Yes, it's hard mentally and physically, but if you prepare for it mentally, like getting up around 5 o'clock every now and again before you leave, getting your physical part in too before you leave, you'll be golden. It's fine. It is a good amount of time where you're like, oh my god, I'm away from my family, like I miss them. You get phone calls every so often. Your first week you get a phone call. Your 6th week you get a phone call. I think your 3rd, I want to say. Your phone calls are very short, so kind of like plan out who you're going to call and like how long you're going to talk to them, because when that timer's up, you gotta say bye, hang up, and give them back your phone. Write letters, have everyone write you letters, because that really is what like kept me going too. Like just like hearing what my family was doing at home. It sucks, but like you're kind of like, okay, like I'm gonna get through this, and it's gonna be fine, because you know I'm gonna see them soon at graduation. And towards the end of boot camp was when he went to Beast Week, and it sounds like, oh my god, Beast Week, this is awesome. Like we're gonna live in like the woods. We're gonna be in like a deployment area where it's like you kind of feel like you're deployed. It was the worst week ever. Honestly, ever. Like, you had a thing called mop gear, which, let me tell you, it gives me anxiety just thinking about it. You put on a uniform on top of your uniform, like even on top of your boots, you put on boots. Why is that necessary? But, I mean, there's a gas mask that you have to wear and put on, and you wear that for about like 2 to 3 hours throughout the day, just running around. Like, oh my god, it was so bad. And then the gas chamber. Let me tell you, the gas chamber. I have a part in my journal. It literally says, my insides felt like they were being ripped out of my body, and the empty eyes were just watching. The worst part was not knowing exactly when you're going to get out. I've never felt a feeling as painful as the gas going into my lungs. Pure torture was exactly what it was. So I think that tells you what it, like, it honestly, so there's a brick box in the middle that you like walk in, you have your gas mask on, all your mop gear, and you're like, alright, like what is this? You're in like this little room, and you have to do 10 or 15 jumping jacks, and then the guy turns on the gas, and then he's like, alright, in 10 seconds take your mask off, and you have to say your reporting statement, which is, sir, trainee, your last name, reports as ordered. And as soon as you take your mask off, you're like, and you want to just, you can't do anything but just think about death. Like, you're like, I'm dying here. Like, this is it. This is where I'm dying. And they let you out probably around like 45 seconds, and you run out, and you're like, you have just like everything just like dripping everywhere, and you can't see anything. You have to walk out with your hand straight out so you don't touch your eyes, and you just like, the pain goes away within like a minute or two, but like within that minute or two you're dying. But you know, Beast Week was okay because it was the last week, and then you were graduating. So you kind of just like got through the week, and you're like, all right, we're gonna get back to the dorms. We're gonna have a couple days, and then we graduate and see our families. So that was good. Just be prepared for the gas chamber, because it is the worst thing you're ever gonna go through, honestly. But yeah, the last week is where just everything is just like, it's so surreal, because you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm leaving. I did it. Like, you took your final PT test, everything was good. It's all mental. It is. If you have the feeling of like, I don't want to do this anymore, like, just kind of be like, no, that goes away into the back of my head. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to prove to myself, to everyone else, that I can do it. And you will be able to, I promise. It's not as bad as everyone makes it seem to be. But yeah, so if you want to see anything else, you want to hear anything else, I have a whole journal. You can message me, comment. But yeah, thanks for watching. That was my experience, and I hope yours is as good and not scary. Thanks for watching.